Bantam Audio Publishing presents the Perfect Sales Presentation with Robert L. Shook and 5 top sales professionals who will tell you how you can develop your own perfect sales presentation.
I'm Bob Shook, and I know the importance of getting right to the point. The purpose of this tape is to show you how to make the perfect sales presentation. During the 17 years I was in sales, I often fantasized about selling with fail-proof sales techniques. After I became an author, I had more opportunity to make my dream come true. As a writer, I was able to draw upon the most distinguished group of salespeople ever assembled. Each of these 5 salespeople is the best in his or her field. It's from their combined experiences that the ideal sales presentation has evolved. Let me introduce you to the 5 members of this elite group. Mary Kay Ash is founder and chairman of Mary Kay Cosmetics. She heads a direct sales organization based in Dallas that has more than 100,000 saleswomen and men. Joe Gandolfo in Lakeland, Florida, is the world's #1 insurance agent. He's the only agent to have ever sold $1 billion in a single year. Betty Hardeman in Atlanta is America's top real estate agent. Her sales of residential properties in 1 year total more than $26 million. You've undoubtedly heard of Buck Rodgers, who's now based in Connecticut. He's the man IBMers call Mr. Super Salesman. For 10 years, he was in charge of worldwide marketing of all IBM products. And Martin Shafiroff is the managing director at Shearson Lehman Brothers in New York. For the past 10 years, he has been the #1 ranked stockbroker in America. Quite a group, isn't it? I've spent hundreds of hours with these dynamic people, observing them in action with prospects as well as interviewing them. I wanted to know everything. I had to draw out their answers. Sometimes these people sell instinctively, and they aren't always aware about why their techniques are so effective. So the perfect sales presentation is a composite. It incorporates the most outstanding techniques of the world's masters of selling. You'll find this presentation packed with exciting ideas and wonderful sales tips, regardless of the product you sell. The perfect sales presentation is a complete sale, made by a fictional character, Michael Baker, the perfect salesperson. Here's your chance to ride shotgun. Not only will you hear him in action firsthand, you'll also hear a commentator describing what's going on behind the scenes. Why did Baker say what he did? Why did that technique work so well? By understanding the whys, you'll be able to adapt these sales tips to your own product. There are no patents on any of the concepts in the perfect sales presentation. A wealth of knowledge is available to you. It's up to you to take advantage of it.
It's Thursday, a little past 4 o'clock. Michael Baker, age 40, walks briskly into his office. He's dressed in an immaculate dark blue suit. He's been working nonstop since 7, except for a quick lunch, and he only has a 5:30 appointment left on his agenda for today. So he plans to make use of his downtime by spending the next 45 minutes on the phone setting up sales presentations for the following week. He doesn't usually spend his prime selling time scheduling appointments, but today his 4:30 appointment was broken. On his desk he has several dozen note cards with names of qualified prospects. They're all in a 4-block area on the northeast side of town, none of them more than a 5-minute drive apart. To Baker, a qualified prospect is someone who meets certain criteria based on earnings, vocation, age, and lifestyle. On each card is the name of the source who gave the referral to Baker. He considers referred prospects his best leads, but under no circumstances does Baker call any prospect without knowing his name. For example, if he wanted to speak with the executive vice president of the Hillsborough Company, Baker would call a day or two in advance and ask the switchboard operator or receptionist, who is the company's marketing vice president. Only then would he call that individual. For now, he has more than enough referred names at his fingertips to fill the next 45 minutes. He'll try to call as many as possible, because he knows some won't be available and others won't be interested. One of his calls is to William Silver, the chairman of the board of National Manufacturing Corporation.
Good morning, Mr. Silver's office.
Good morning. This is Michael Baker. Bill Silver, please.
Baker immediately identifies himself, and even though he's never met Mr. Silver, he refers to him by his first name, Bill. Baker acts as though he knows him personally.
Does Mr. Silver know you?
Please tell him this is Michael Baker with Winchester Associates. Is he in?
Baker elects not to answer the secretary's question because he doesn't personally know Silver. Instead, he identifies himself again and this time adds the name of his company. By asking the secretary a question, is he in, he hopes she'll give him a direct reply.
Yes, he's in. Can I tell him what you're calling about?
This is Michael Baker with Winchester Associates. With whom am I speaking?
He's trying to avoid giving her specifics. He also wants her name for future reference. Remembering someone's name is always flattering.
This is Mary Wilson.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?